welcome to Eagle News International Australia Oceania. I am Daryl Casillas from Melbourne, bringing you stories from Australia, New Zealand and Papua New Guinea. These are the headlines. Potentially deadly mosquito-borne viruses found in South Australia. Western Sydney locals explore domestic destination Glenmore Park. Families enjoy beautiful sceneries of Meadowbank Park. Aussie Pinay smoothie bowl side hustle thriving in Western Sydney. Australian artist recreates tropical nation of Maldives. And Prime Minister James Marape pledges to upgrade Port Moresby General Hospital. We begin with news of another kind of virus threatening South Australia. Just as the country is in the talks of procuring and rolling out vaccines for COVID-19, there's another virus which South Australians are being warned about. It is apparently transmitted through mosquito bites. Our Eagle News correspondent Dee David has more on the story. Dee?
Every year, the summer months pose new challenges for those looking to enjoy this time of the year, such as sunburn, crowded beaches, electrical outages, and bushfires. However, when it comes to mosquito-borne diseases, there are few and far between in Australia, let alone South Australia. This is why the arrival of a potentially deadly mosquito-borne virus in different parts of regional South Australia at the start of the year have caused alarm among the community. With the possibility of a serious disease endemic to South Australia looming over people's heads, health authorities have urged vigilance among those who live in high-risk regions. The first public health alert related to the possible diseases was made by SA Health on the 13th of January 2021, after 5 blood samples collected from chickens near the regional town of Menindee were tested positive for 2 potentially dangerous mosquito viruses, with the potential to spread to the human community within the Murray Valley. As a result, all residents of South Australia, particularly those residing in the Murray Valley, were urged to take all necessary precautions against the threat of mosquito bites. Residents are urged to wear clothing that covers the areas of the body at risk of mosquito bites, maintain the cleanliness of their property to avoid mosquito breeding, and to wear insect repellent outdoors. One of the viruses, the Murray Valley encephalitis virus, or MVEV for short, has been known to produce in humans mild symptoms of fever, headache, nausea and vomiting, or more serious health ailments such as encephalitis or meningitis, experiencing symptoms such as confusion, tremors, drowsiness, and seizures. Several months are required for recovery from mild symptoms of MVV, with 40% of survivors experiencing permanent neurological damage and a 20% mortality rate. One positive trait of both viruses, however, is that they are not known for having the capacity for human transmission. However, this does not mean that the residents of South Australia can lose vigilance. All those with relevant symptoms and a history of mosquito exposure are advised to be tested for relevant diseases. All residents of South Australia are also constantly reminded to be mindful of these potentially deadly viruses and to take the necessary precaution in order for the summer months to be enjoyed to the fullest. Reporting from Adelaide, Australia, this is Dee David, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Thank you, Dee. Let us all take good care and be vigilant. With COVID-19 restricting international and interstate travels, in-town recreational spots such as parks are attracting more locals. One of these is Glenmore Park in Western Sydney. Correspondent Mark J. Sebastian give us a tour. MJ?
With the ongoing travel restrictions implemented by the government, many families and individuals had to postpone or cancel travel plans, whether it is an interstate trip or an international one. With the ongoing changes in restrictions, it can be difficult for families with young children to find alternative measures around the state to relax and have fun. Hidden gems around Sydney are now being discovered, and today we'll take you on a local adventure where not only the kids will have fun, but also adults. Come join us as we quietly explore a vibrant wonderland in Sydney's western suburb of Glenmore Park. A new housing development in Sydney's west is now home to one of the most colorful playgrounds in Sydney. Mulgoa Sanctuary Glenmore Park recently opened to the public amidst the coronavirus pandemic. The park is a perfect place to connect with nature and enjoy family time together without the hassle of traveling far. Kids and adults are able to speed down slides, fly high on the swings, and also run through rainbow obstacles. There are also barbecue areas, sheltered seating, and water play features for those hot summer days. This new park has everything you need for a fun, adventurous family day out. If you live in Sydney's west, we recommend to check out Mulgoa Sanctuary Glenmore Park. Make family time a priority and have fun exploring the hidden gems around the local area. Reporting from Sydney, Australia, this is Mark J. Sebastian, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Thank you, MJ. Australia indeed never runs out of wide and open spaces. Another park that New South Wales boasts of is Meadowbank Park. Let's join Eagle News correspondent Jamie Lynette Tolentino as she explores this gem. Jamie?
The City of Ryde is a local government representing various suburbs located within the northern Sydney region, which includes Meadowbank. Meadowbank is located 15 kilometers northwest of the Sydney Central Business District and sits in a valley of the northern bank of Parramatta River. Meadowbank features great access of Parramatta River and the surrounding parklands. One of the main sporting and leisure areas is Meadowbank Park. More than 10 playing fields are predominantly used for soccer and cricket, as well as hard courts and tennis courts for netball. As part of the Ryde River Walk, there are 3 playgrounds, bike, and jogging track on Parramatta River foreshore, forming part of the Parramatta Valley Cycleway and park exercise equipment. Meadowbank Park also features a space that includes facilities for the whole family to enjoy, including skateboarders, scooter, BMX riders, picnic and shelter facilities, barbecues, and a climbing wall. Meadowbank Park is very convenient given its easy accessibility for train, ferry, and bus, as well as small groups of shops on either side of Meadowbank Railway Station and a shopping center within the residential apartment complex to the south along Bay Drive. Based on the Meadowbank Park Master Plan adopted in November 2019, a new regional playground in Meadowbank will be installed. The playground will be open to children of all abilities, and parents are also welcome to join in the fun. This includes nature play zone with discovery and imagination elements, feature water play zone complete with splash pad features, interactive water play elements, and more. A new amenities building will also be built on the eastern side of Meadowbank Park, and these provide storerooms, sport team changing rooms, showers, and public toilets. Meadowbank Park is an absolutely beautiful place to hang out or exercise with your friends and family. It's accessible to train, ferry, and bus, and offers a small cluster of shops on either side for those looking to go shopping. There are many things to explore and see, with the crowning jewel being the breathtaking view of the Parramatta River. Reporting from Meadowbank, New South Wales, this is Jamie Lynette Tolentino, Eagle News. We live interesting times.
Thank you, Jamie. It looks like a complete package that the entire family will enjoy. After the break, we will hear about the budding business venture of a young Filipino Aussie on smoothie bowls. Plus, we will be shown a Maldives-inspired exhibition by an artist from North Queensland. And we will hear the plan of Papua New Guinea Prime Minister to improve its hospital in Port Moresby. All these stories when Eagle News International Australia Oceania returns. Stay with us. Welcome back. You are watching Eagle News International Australia Oceania. A young Filipino Aussie is making her name in the dessert industry in Western Sydney. Let us know more about her and her business with our Eagle News correspondent Carla Cruz. Carla?
Forget drinking your smoothie with a straw because that is so 4 summers ago. Thanks to social media, having your smoothie in a bowl instead has become the current craze. One of those social media accounts dedicated to this trend is Sunset Bowls, a Western Sydney-based small business run by young Aussie Pinay, Rayana Pagkaliwagan.
And I'm a big sweet tooth, so decided to start making my own smoothie bowls and posted it on Instagram, and then started gaining a lot of interest from friends and family. I think once COVID hit, I think that was the perfect opportunity to start. From then on, I started a business out of it.
Originally inspired by her trip to Hawaii, Rayana found there was a lack of smoothie bowls in her local area and began researching and experimenting.
At first, when I came home from Hawaii and wanted to try and make smoothie bowls, I tried to use different blenders and different machines to try and get that same consistency that I found in Hawaii. Ended up with a frozen yogurt machine, started off with that, and then worked my way up to a NutriBullet, and then I invested in a blender, a very expensive blender. That's what ended up getting that consistency. And when I started the business, I actually didn't know anything about food or the food industry, never worked in the food industry. And so I actually ended up taking a food course to make sure that what I was serving, I knew what I was doing in the kitchen, making sure it was clean and sanitized. And
demand for Sunset Bowls has been constant thanks to word of mouth and social media recommendations.
yeah, people who try it for the first time end up being my regulars, and they come back and try every flavor and and share it to their family and friends. And yeah, it amazes me because I don't force anyone to give me reviews. They just flood in and they keep coming, and that surprised me. And overall just been a great response towards smoothie bowls. And
the Sunset Bowls menu features a good variety of options with popular combos containing granola, coconut flakes, and banana. There is also the option to create your own bowl.
when I started this business and when I was trying to create the menu, I wanted to source out quality products, and I did a lot of taste testing as well, and also got some of my customers to taste test the product before I put it out, because I didn't want to put out something that I wasn't happy with or that I wasn't proud of. And so everything that I put on the menu, that I know that I love and that everyone else will love.
Although this initially started off as a side hustle, Rayana has big plans for Sunset Bowls. If we can't currently fly out to the Aloha State, we can still get a little taste of Hawaii thanks to Sunset Bowls. Reporting from Sydney, Australia, I'm Carla Cruz, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Thank you, Carla. Surely that segment has triggered our viewers' cravings. Since we cannot fly to Maldives, the tropical tourist destination is brought to us through artworks. Our correspondent Morgan Goodfellow from Townsville will take us through this exhibit. Morgan?
Roland Nankara, a North Queensland artist, has recreated the picturesque paradise that compiles the Maldives, a small tropical nation in the midst of the Indian Ocean, The Maldives is a collective group of 26 ring-shaped atolls made up of more than 1,000 coral islands. This nation is constantly challenged by the varying climate change and rise of the sea level. Showcased in the Perk Tucker Regional Gallery on the corner of Denham Street and Flinders Street in the city of Townsville from the 22nd of January until the 28th of March 2021, Roland Nancarrow's artwork of the Maldives can be displayed. The exhibition features a vibrant selection of watercolour works on paper, acrylics on canvas, and hand-painted sculptural woolworks inspired by recent trips Roland made to the Maldives. Roland first travelled to the Maldives in 2016 and has since spent time on 3 islands as an artist in residence at Rethai Ra, Nyama Private Islands, and Kanifushi. During his time there, Roland involved himself as a painting instructor with tourists and spent time creating the visual image of his work displayed here in today's visit. Roland Nancarrow has been exhibiting his work nationally and internationally for over 40 years and is not only a lifetime artist but also an educator, passionate enough to share all he has learned, spreading his vision for generations to come. Roland Nancarrow resides and works in Cairns, where he has crafted his style and art form from the beauty that captivates North Queensland. Roland's artwork in this exhibition captures the vastness of what the Maldives cries out. From the flora to the fauna, the expression of Roland's years of experience can clearly be interpreted and paints the perfect picture. Reporting from Townsville, Australia, this is Morgan Goodfellow, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Thank you, Morgan. Roland's masterpieces are truly impressive. Meanwhile, in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, Prime Minister James Marape expresses interest to take Port Moresby General Hospital to greater heights. Our Eagle News correspondent Echo Hortaleza Quinola reports. Echo?
Due to the increasing number of patients affected with different kinds of illnesses and surgical operations, Prime Minister James Marape wishes to upgrade medical services in Port Moresby General Hospital, the country's largest health center.
Located in a busy street of Boroko and Daurama Road in the National Capital District, the Port Moresby General Hospital, or POMGEN as it is often addressed, has a bed capacity of more than 500. Major referrals and critical medical diagnosis from the other provinces of Papua New Guinea, which can no longer be supported by services in that area, are transported to POMGEN as it has more healthcare professionals and facilities. Just recently, Prime Minister James Marape announced that with full confidence and determination, he would raise POMGEN's medical services to a much higher standard. He claimed that he would upgrade the hospital's medical workers' specializations. He also said that he did not want to be flown to other countries to seek treatment, stating that it causes him shame and disgrace if his own country cannot give him medical care and attention. He has high hopes and confidence that doctors and medical professionals of Papua New Guinea will be specialists in heart, kidney, polio, tuberculosis, pneumonia, obstetrics and gynecology, pediatrics, and other major medical fields.
Yes, I am in favor of the upgrade because many Papua New Guineans need it very much. Most Papua New Guineans have been traveling overseas to seek medical help, and I have been one of those people who had to take my husband overseas to get treatment from the Philippines. And I believe the upgrade would save a lot of money for the people of Papua New Guinea. I have experienced a lot of anxiety, frustration because of the services that was not provided previously. But I really hope that this will be implemented so that our people will have access to services that they can afford, most especially for the rural people and those who do not have enough income to seek medical help overseas.
The government has been very, very supportive ever since we first isolated our first case in March last year. A lot of money that has been injected into the healthcare system, we've used it to maintain and renovate many of the existing facilities. We've managed to procure and get a lot of medicines and a lot of PPEs and consumables for these healthcare facilities. We've managed to build capacities for the healthcare providers. They've gone into some training, refreshers, and all of these things. So that was a very, very good thing that has happened to Papua New Guinea when the pandemic actually hit. So we actually saw a lot of money coming into the healthcare system. The Prime Minister has made some pronunciations into bringing some vaccines into the country, and it's still an issue for debate and a lot of arguments on both sides. Basically, we will definitely spend an exorbitant amount of money on vaccines alone for Papua New Guinea, and we will still continue to neglect our cases that's predominant here and that's actually killing our people. So that's something that probably the government of today would probably try to reconsider. But the answer to the question, yes, the government is actually planning to bring in some vaccines, and when and how, when it's going to reach our shore and how it's going to be rolled out, it's still $1 billion question where we're still planning, and we'll see how things transpire from there.
Sir James Marape also showed support for the National Department of Health when they submitted a request for the procurement of coronavirus vaccines to the Department of National Executive Council, which will be subjected to formal discussions and study.
Expanding, upgrading, improving, or rising, whatever the terminology we use, according to the residents of Papua New Guinea, Sir Marape's vision for the common good is truly inspiring. Reporting from Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea, this is Echo Hortaleza Quinola, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.
Thank you, Echo. That's something everyone will surely look forward to. And that concludes today's program. Thank you for watching Eagle News International Australia Oceania. Join us again next week as we share more stories from our viewers across Australia, New Zealand, and Papua New Guinea. Visit our websites eaglenews.net and eaglenewslive.com. Follow us on twitter.com/eaglenews and facebook.com/eaglenews. Stay safe, stay strong, and take care, everyone. From Melbourne, Australia, I am Daryl Castellanos, Eagle News. We live in interesting times.